Hello and welcome to your latest Maths Wizard video. Today we are going to be focusing on Bidmas. So Bidmas is all about the order of operations that you use when completing sums. So Bidmas is an acronym for this, which we'll explore a little bit more in a second. So we're going to look at that first, and then we're going to look at how you would apply this order of operations to some different examples. So what is Bidmas? So the order of operations is a collection of rules that gives the correct sequence of steps for doing a calculation. So it's the correct order in which you should complete a multi-step calculation. So Bidmas is an acronym that you can use to help you remember that correct order and to make sure you get the operations in the right order. Here's what it stands for. So your B is for brackets. So you've got to do anything that's in brackets first. Then you've got to do any indices. So for example, that could be 2 squared. That could also be something like this. So it could be, sorry, just put my pen on. This could be like something that's a square root. So for example, the square root of 16, you would have to do that next. Then it's division and multiplication. These are both equally important when you are completing your order operations. So you work from left to right through those divisions and multiplications. And then you do the same thing with your addition and subtraction. So once again, they're both equally important. So you go from left to right, completing any additions or subtractions. So if we take a look at this first example here, so we've got 3 plus 5 times 7. Well, 5 times 7 is 35. And then you've got to add your 3 on. So your final answer on this one, nice simple one, would be 38. Next one, we've got 8 times 7, add 5 squared. Well, we've got to do this indices first. So 5 squared is 25. 7 times 8 is 56. And if we add both of those together, we will end up at 81 on that one. Okay, next one, we've got to do our brackets first. So 5 add 6 is 11. 11 times 5 then will give you 55 on that one. Okay, next one, we've got 3 plus 2 in the brackets there, which is 5. We've then got to do 5 squared because we've got to square everything that's on the brackets there. So 5 squared is 25. 25 times 3 then will give you 75 for this one. Okay, next one. Now you'll notice on this one you've got a square root in. Now your square root is going over the 9 and the 1s. So what that means is you're square rooting this sum here, 9 times 1. So 9 times 1 is 9. So you're square rooting 9, which gives you 3. Then you're adding that 3 on at the end there, which will give you 6. So here are 5 examples for you to practice with now. So if you pause your video and have a go, and then we'll take a look at the answers. Okay, here are your answers to these then. So I'm just going to pick a couple of them to explore in a little bit more detail. So we've got this one here again. You'll notice the square root is going all over that. So what that means is we've got to do this sum first this time. So 6 times 2 is 12. Add the 4 on, you get 16. And then the square root of 16 is what gives you the 4 on the end there. This bottom one is actually from a past paper there. So we've got to do your brackets first. So 43 times 8 is 344. 234 divided by 6 gives you 39. And when you subtract that, you will end up with 305. Okay, so there's lots of good resources online if you do want to practice this a little bit more. Things like Maths Genie, Corbett Maths, websites like that. Hopefully this video has been a useful starting point for you. Making sure you know the basics is really important because there's always some questions which involve the application of the basics. Even a really simple way like this at the start of a paper, or through some of the more complex questions like your algebra and things like that. Okay, thank you very much for listening. If you like what you're hearing, then hit subscribe and you'll see lots more great videos appearing over the next few months. Thank you very much. Bye bye.